So, what is going on in Saudi Arabia? Okay, come on. Admit it, we all want to see Sam in the Saudi League. Hey, what's up guys? Today it is a tier list video for all the Saudi transfers that have already occurred. So let's get straight into it. Now, first of all, we have Benzema. And after leaving Real Madrid as a club legend, he has mostly fulfilled the hype of his initial transfer along with Kaká and Ronaldo in that infamous 09 transfer window. Now at the age of 35, I don't think there's any shame in enjoying himself in a less competitive league with huge monetary reward. And even though this year was not as successful for him as his Ballon d'Or season, the Frenchman is still very capable of being a threat with his natural striker instinct. And considering his influence in the game and in the world of football, this to me without a doubt is an S tier transfer. Next, we have Brozovic. Now, Brozovic is one of those footballers that only regular football fans can truly appreciate and understand him as a player. His immaculate control and calmness under pressure from opposition players are just something truly marvelous to look at. And at the age of 30, you could say that this is just the start of his prime as a midfielder that doesn't really rely on pace during his game. So for me, this is a tier A+ transfer. Next, we have Bobby Firmino. The former Liverpool's Brazilian forward has decided to join the Saudi League as a free agent. He was crucial for Liverpool mainly as a substitute player during last season, and his ability to organize and play as a number 10 will also bring great tactical values to his new team. To me, there's very little doubt that this is a tier A+ transfer, because having a team player who can elevate those around him is always needed no matter where you are in the world. Next, we have Jota. This is a player that's probably not very well known compared with some of the bigger name players, but he was a very important attacking player for the Celtics. He has scored 15 goals last season, helping the team to complete their treble season, and he will join Benzema and Kante in his new season at the Saudi League. Despite some people might doubt the level of intensity for the Scottish Premier League, to me this is still a solid tier A transfer because of how good the player is and his relatively younger age. Next, we have Kante, a player who has arguably completed football. League titles, the unforgettable Leicester season, Champions League, World Cup, and most importantly, he was irreplaceable in any of those competitions for their respective team. You can argue that he's one of the best DM of this decade. You could even make the case for an all-time best defensive midfielder. Now, all of that being said, he has suffered with long-term injuries last season at Chelsea, and it is difficult to judge whether these problems will go away, and the Saudi League might be less competitive overall, but it is still physically very intense, especially during the top matchup between the elite clubs. So for me, with great sadness, this is a tier B transfer. I hope he can prove me wrong, but it's very difficult to judge for now. Next, we have Koulibaly, one of those players who were heavily linked with Premier League clubs for years. But when the transfer finally happened, some might say it happened too late. And it is true in some sense, because Koulibaly arrived at a very chaotic Chelsea season with no ups and only lows. But for a fee of 20 million, he can still provide very good defensive output for a relatively less intense league compared to the European competitions. His age might just prove to be advantageous for the experiences he has over the years, and this might also make up for his declining physical abilities. So to me, this is a tier A- transfer. Next, we have Mendy. Now, Mendy is also a curious case because, like Kante, he has also missed a considerable part of last season due to injuries with Chelsea. And it is hard to judge a goalkeeper's performance when the team's overall defense is practically non-existent. Let's put it that way. That being said, the Senegal international is still a very decent goalkeeper when he's fit. And at the age of 31, it's only the start for the goalkeeper's prime time. Just look at Buffon, that man's still going. So this transfer is a solid tier A transfer. Now, Ruben Neves. Almost every football manager saves I had has him going to Barcelona, just like real life rumors. But Neves made a surprising move by joining the Saudi League at the age of 24. The Portuguese international is known for scoring goals from outside the penalty box. And this is a very good signing considering he isn't even in his prime yet. But can Neves reach his true potential as a midfielder outside of Europe and continue to remain competitive in the Portuguese national team? Well, it's hard to tell at this stage. Nonetheless, this is automatically a tier A+ transfer. Now we have Jorge Jesus. This is a Portuguese football manager who is well known for his successful coaching career. Born in the year of 1954, Jorge Jesus has managed several notable clubs, including his career highlights with Benfica, one of Portugal's most successful clubs. After that, he has also managed already at Al Hilal in Saudi Arabia before, and he had won the Saudi Professional League and the Arab Club Champions Cup. So now, as a returning manager with quite a few experiences for the league, I would say this is a tier A+ transfer. Next, we have Steven Gerrard. He has begun his coaching career for the youth team at Liverpool, and after some time he has joined the Rangers, where he enjoyed a lot of success. In the 2020-2021 season, Rangers have won the Scottish Premier League title, ending the Celtics' long-standing dominance. It was Rangers' first league title in 10 years. However, after his tenure at the Rangers, Steven Gerrard has decided to join Aston Villa, and his time there could be described as a total flop for the club and himself. And now, in a new environment, he needs to prove himself again. surrounded by other teams that are not bad and other managers who have international experiences as well. All that being said, I think this is a tier A transfer for the Saudi League. And just as a bonus, quick shout out to Ronaldo, the man who are responsible for making all of this happening, and hence I am putting him in tier C. That's it for today, folks. If you have liked the video, please consider dropping a like and subscribe to the channel. You can also head to our TikTok page to see more content, our Instagram page, and our website for more clothing and football cleats. That's it for today. See you next time.